What are you guys showing off right now? You've kind of done this sort of like rolling reveal of this game.
Yeah, so this is the big opening ceremony for Ken. A lot of people have been speculating him being added to the franchise. One of the focal points for Street Fighter V this time around is we want to make sure that every character has a very unique and individualized play style. So Ken has been completely redesigned from the ground up. Traditionally, he's been a clone character very similar to Ryu, but the variable system is all about bringing these characters to life. So if you look at Ken, he's meant to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more in your face. He also is known for his flame attacks, so the variable system really works well with that.
Can we talk about this hair?
Yeah, let's talk about the hair for a minute here.
This is new. He's got is that a man bun?
His hair is mixed up a little bit.
A brony tail?
Yeah.
The man bun is the.
And then he's got chops and bangs too, right? I don't know all the technical terms for those things.
Yeah.
Some of the members of the IGN video crew who have also grown man buns are standing up and cheering right now.
And we all kind of mock them, but in reality we're just uncomfortable because it is fashionable.
Yeah.
You know,
he does still look very good.
It's also like it kind of feels weird to get beaten up by a guy that has a ponytail.
Yeah.
Although it's very feasible because a lot of tough manly boys really grow out their brony tails and man buns.
Especially ones that have flaming feet, you know?
Yeah. Like no matter how weird your hair is in Street Fighter, there's always going to be somebody who's probably got a weirder haircut like growing out of his chest. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is interesting because these two guys looked so similar for so long, and they still sort of stylistically dress the same. But Ken is really just stepping it away from, I think he's tired of that old style. He wants something new.
Yep.
And Ryu's going to have to play catch up now.
Yeah. So what he's all about this time around is his V skill. So it essentially allows him to do a quick run. He can either cancel it directly into a kick, or he can use it to keep his pressure on his opponent. So it allows him to have this really ruthless rushdown style where he just stays in your opponent's face. It's really difficult for them to deal with. In terms of his V trigger, that essentially lets his flame attacks come to life. So all of his specials have additional flame properties, and then the special moves themselves will have different effects. So you can get different juggles when you're using his V trigger.
What's been the feedback? Because obviously you've got the huge fighting game community, very active, very vocal, and people get their character and they like their character and they want to play that person, and then suddenly that person has a new haircut and new play style. What's the feedback from people who play as Ken?
Yeah, so I mean, feedback has been pretty great overall for the game. People really like the new system mechanics. It's been one of the most positive receptions we have for a Street Fighter product. There's also been a lot of speculation as to why we didn't redesign a character like Ryu or Chun-Li. And really, these characters they're just iconic. You don't want to mess with an iconic formula that's been going on for a long time. But we did want to make sure that the cast has a lot of variety and a lot of everyone is unique. So Ken, there's a little bit more room to do some fun stuff with Ken, whereas Ryu, we'd like to keep him what people realize.
It fits the character too. Like Ken's like a movie star. I mean, I'm going based on the anime I saw in 3rd grade, but he's the kind of guy who would totally go out and get a new haircut and like an Under Armour shirt and be like, does this work? Does this look work for me?
Yeah, it's rebranding. His stylist comes in, has some notes. It's good. It's a good look.
Ryu would be out in the woods like punching trees or something.
Yeah, totally.
So why have these characters hated each other for so long? They've now been beating the crap out of each other.
They're friendly rivals, man. It's all about they're really big friends.
This is friendship?
It's total friendship.
Okay.
Have you seen
the anime? You gotta see the movie that came out where the Chun-Li throws a couch at Vega.
Yeah.
That's not what friends do. That's what drunk people do.
Yeah.
But like, actually, I'm curious. Like, what you guys do have like a canon? There is like a lore kind of story-wise. It's somewhat convoluted. Where does this fall in all that?
So we're not revealing details of the storyline just yet. There's a lot of speculation. We are going to be mixing up how we're delivering story content this time around, but we're going to be saving that for a later date.
Okay. And you've got, how big is the roster right now?
So right now we're at 7 playable characters. One of the exciting things we have just in a couple weeks is our beta campaign. So this is the first time in franchise history we're doing a large-scale beta. If you pre-order the game at GameStop, Amazon, Best Buy, or on the PlayStation Store, you get automatic entry into the beta. You're going to be able to play the 6 playable characters that we showcased at E3 at home, online. We're going to be using that to collect data to refine our online infrastructure to make sure our netcode is high quality when it comes out.
Was that man flossing with a chain?
So Birdie does like his chain. He likes to lick it quite frequently.
No, I'm told that Birdie has kind of a new design going on here. Doesn't he do something with beer cans?
Not a beer can. It's more of an energy drink. But he does. Okay. Eating is very integral to his gameplay style.
And so
his V skill.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay.
His V skill has 3 different properties to it. So depending on the direction that you use when you activate it, he either eats a donut. The donut will allow him to gain up his V gauge. What he did just there, he drank an energy drink. He can roll it across the ground as a projectile.
Awesome.
And the last one is the time-honored banana peel on the ground, which can slip your guy
Yeah,
up.
that's a classic
He's got
move.
he's got a good healthy diet of energy drinks and bananas and.
As you can see, it's
Donuts.
helped his physique
Yeah.
quite a bit.
looks
He's
this
in,
hot.
he's in very good
It's
shape.
very interesting because you don't usually see donuts associated with exercise.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we actually have a question from Twitter we're going to pull up right now. If you're watching at home and watching any of our stuff, hit us up. We're IGN, hashtag IGN Live. Dave asks, Dave, not Coulier.
That's not Dave Coulier.
That is a good handle. That is awesome. Any
Cut
modes,
it out.
Any modes or features that couldn't make it into Street Fighter 4 that will show up in Street Fighter 5?
Oh, interesting.
You guys are working on. This is just PC and PS4 this time around, yeah?
It is PC and PS4. It's going to have cross-platform play, so this is going to be the first time that we've ever united the community into a centralized player base. So that's really big for us. We've always wanted to do something like that, and Street Fighter V is going to be the first time we've been able to make that happen. We're not getting into details about specific modes and features, but I can say that Street Fighter V is a game that's learned from all of its predecessors, and we've paid close attention to how we've handled things in the past, and I think when people find out the full scope of the product, it's going to work really well in consumers' favor, and I think they're going to be very happy about it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's Street Fighter. Like, there's some people are always going to argue about which one is the best and the minuscule shifts between them, but it's like no matter what you put out, it's going to be somebody's favorite, you know?
Yeah.
And this is a properly numbered one. This isn't like Super Turbo Arcade Ultimate Championship.
Yeah, this has been
Director's
rebuilt
cut.
from the ground up. We're using Unreal Engine 4. All the characters have brand new animations. Nothing's been reused. So the game is truly a new numbered iteration of Street Fighter. And it's a game that really pulls the best from every iteration of Street Fighter. So there's elements from Super Turbo, there's elements from the Alpha series, there's elements from Third Strike. The variable system provides a lot of variety. There's 2 unique things to every single character that's put into this game that's unique to them. So it's going to be really refreshing when everyone sees the full roster working together.
Okay. Now you've got. I can imagine if like somebody had like a Rip Van Winkle moment and they're like a big fan of Street Fighter, 10 years ago, and they wake up and they see this. I can imagine they might be upset because you've got these 2 classic characters. One of them has a beer gut, the other has a man bun.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to have like classic costumes available?
Of course. I mean, if you look at what happened for Street Fighter 4, there's tons of variety in terms of costumes. We'll definitely be doing that in the long run. We're starting off by just showing the core look of the characters. But as time goes on, there will be variations. So those that want a classic Ken, I'm sure that will be in the pipeline at some point.
Okay, so Birdie just beat Ken into the ground with a chain repeatedly. Are you still sticking by the friendship thing?
Yeah, the friendship thing.
Okay.
Well, I don't know necessarily about Birdie and Ken. I don't know the history there. I do know that Ryu and Ken are bros. They go way back.
Yeah.